I can't believe I believed everything we had was last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kiss. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. Young and naive to believe that with me you're a changed man. Foolish of me to compete when you cheat, well, who's winning? It took me some time, but now I'm moved on. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Controlling, you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day I would see it on my own. Next thing I know, I'm dealing with your 3 kids in my own. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. Now that it's over, stop calling me, come pick up your clothes. Ain't no need to front like you're still with me. All your homies know, even your very best friend tried to warn me on the low. Took me some time, but now I am strong. Because I realize I got myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Got me, myself, and I know that I will never disappoint myself. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. I'm sitting with you. Yeah, you hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you'll see the sun come out again. Hey, I know that I will never disappoint myself. I'm crying. All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. I'm sitting with you. You hurt me, but I learned a lot along the way. After all the rain, you'll see the sun come out again. Myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend.
Tell me how have you seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen her hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I say, yo, tell the girls I wanna meet her. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper, spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Let the girl say, excuse me, oh yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say, oh. Are you tryna leave this? I said, I dance with you. How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. Now so they grab hold of my hand, and let's pretend the flow is ours. You say you don't really dance. Just one two step, one two step. Now with the music is moving too fast, now my head a little tired. Don't be afraid to move a little closer. Girl, there's something about you that makes me wanna say yeah. And I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say yeah. Are you tryna leave? How I love to keep you here with me, yo baby. I think I'll say yeah. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room, and I gotta admit.
Grown and sexy, but clean sometimes. What's up? We didn't say it was a family show, so there's that. Wait, are we with that?
Well,
this or that? Are we?
I don't know. We all over the place.
Had to come out of retirement. These knees they was snap, cracking, and popping, like a Rice Krispie. But we made it do what it do. But I did take a couple ibuprofens afterwards, though. All right.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.
Can you count, suckers? Get busy, y'all. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
No.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your homie Big T.
And I'm Shay Renee.
I'm Miss Amy.
And you are officially tuned in and tapped into the hottest podcast that hits your airways, that brings you the latest music news and fashion and keeps your ears to the streets
while you grind and shine.
Hey, so it's a very special edition of Mud Talk. It's our holiday edition of Mud Talk, and I'm super excited. We all are in the festive mood today. We all got on our, I have on my Snoop Dogg sweater.
I love it.
It says, "'Twas the Nizzle before Chris Mizzle."
Chris Mizzle.
Yes, I love it.
Do you have a Snoop on the stoop?
No, I don't.
You need one.
I should, huh?
I know. Everybody needs one.
What does Snoop on the stoop do?
Kind of like Elf on the Shelf, but you can make Snoop do whatever you want.
Well, he gets high, so there's.
Well, he just maybe sits on the stoop.
That's probably what he does.
That's just what Snoop on the stoop does.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we have a lot on the show today. We have a very special guest that's going to be stopping by later on. We're not going to tell you guys who the guest is, but we're super excited. And it's a holiday time, so we got Christmas that's here. Kwanzaa's coming up. Hanukkah's finishing up, so we got it's all the holiday mood coming up, and not Thanksgiving. God damn it!
Wow,
all the holidays are running together. New Year's Eve is coming up, so we got a lot going on. But yes, but before we get into anything, y'all know I always got to give y'all what's called what?
Big T with the T.
Oh,
Big T
with the T. Something?
Yes, you were.
Okay, try it again. Rewind.
All right, now before we get into anything, y'all know I always have to give y'all what's called what?
Big T with the T.
All right, so this is Big T with the T.
We almost harmonized on that one.
We said what?
We almost harmonized on that.
I did. That was nice.
Work on that.
I'm ready for the spillage.
Oh yeah,
spill it.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yes.
I got some tea to spill. So we're gonna start off with Blueface and Soulja Boy. So Blueface has been hit with a lawsuit, y'all, and it comes from Soulja Boy's baby mama. Oh yeah. So Blueface has been hit with a lawsuit by Soulja Boy's baby mama after claiming he slept with her the day before her baby shower. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, Jacqueline Martinez beelined to court on Friday, claiming Blueface made false and defamatory statements about her and her child. Blueface and Soulja Boy have been beefing heavily on social media this week, which started after the two began arguing about who will win in the versus battle. Well, then things escalated real quickly. And Blueface started making some pretty crazy comments to Soulja Boy about his baby mama, which includes, "Because I effed your baby mama the day before your baby shower." The docs say Blueface went on to say things like, "To Soulja gets a DNA test. That's my child, little bro. I'm the daddy now. And what's old about your baby mama sucking my The docs say Jacqueline and Blueface did have protected sex one time in 2018, but since then there's been no sex of any kind. Jacqueline's attorney said they sent Blueface a cease and desist letter on Tuesday, demanding he remove all things defamatory from his social media. But instead, he continued to mock Jacqueline by posting on IG, "Nobody ever said your name. I don't even know who you are." Jacqueline claims she has been receiving death threats since it became known she sent Blueface a cease and desist letter.
Oh, he been on the road lately.
With like baby mama drama all over the place.
Baby mama drama, fiance drama, like back and forth. He don't know what he wants.
He just needs to take a break.
Yes. It was just in the news. He allegedly assaulted Christiane again, asked for
that. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Punched her in the face, but it's too much. It's toxic. Where's Iyanla? Like, we need her
Fix,
in the
fix
mix.
their life,
Like,
please.
I just need Blueface to be out. Just get out of the spotlight for a while. Just go into hiding.
No, I
Just
feel like
stop.
he loved the toxicity. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
he said fighting turns him on. So
Oh,
Well,
at
there you
that
go.
point, I'm just gonna need a restraining order.
Right.
yeah. Well,
Let me ask this: do they
yeah.
still have versus battles?
So
haven't
it
seen one.
well, it took a break for a while because they're restructuring how they're doing the versus
Okay.
battles. Just because people are now there's COVID. COVID's not happening, or I would say the
Right.
pandemic's not happening. So they're trying to restructure on how they're going to do the versus battle because after a while, people got back to normal life, so the views kind of went down.
Gotcha.
So they're going to restructure and see how that works out.
So they were just talking about a hypothetical versus battle that's not even supposed to happen,
Yes.
and it went to all that information.
And if we're just going to be honest, I mean, Soulja Boy is going to win the versus battle.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So I don't even know why that was. No offense to Blueface, but why is that even a discussion?
It's not.
I mean, because Soulja Boy has literally been out since what 2007.
Yeah.
So
Maybe before that.
Yeah. So why
Get
are
in
we?
line and pay your dues,
Right.
please?
Yeah. And
Respectfully.
I only know one Blueface song anyway. So and that's Bust Down.
Is that the one? Isn't that the one that's like all over the
And
place?
that's the only party on it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't honestly know. I would not have known who
Irrelevant.
Blueface was without that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
And
didn't.
then that one little meme that you can see online where it's like everybody imitates him like walking out.
Yeah.
You know that one little line. I don't even remember what it is, but he's like all over TikTok in this one clip. That's actually how I figured out who he was singing that song. Like one little clip of the
Bust Down
song.
Tatiana.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
But there was like a line from that like he does, and then everybody else kind of copies it. They like stitch it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't know who he was.
Yeah. Shirley Watson said, "Wow, these celebrities are off the chain."
Oh yeah.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Sure.
They give me job security, so we appreciate it. All right, and in other news, so we got to talk about. Let's talk about Keke Palmer and her ex-boyfriend. So
This is like your favorite celebrity news to report on. I feel like.
listen, because that's my girl Keke, man. I got to keep you updated what's going on with my boo. All right, so Keke Palmer's ex-boyfriend has now filed his own restraining order against her. So he has filed a restraining order with their nasty split that's going on, claiming she was physically and verbally abusive towards him during their relationship. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Darius Jackson B lined into court Tuesday to request a domestic violence temporary restraining order against her. In the new document, Darius claims Keke frequently became agitated and aggressive during their relationship, usually after drinking alcohol, and abused him for years. Darius claims Keke, who is the mother of his child, punched him in the face at a birthday party back in 2021 after she had been drinking. He says her friend tried to stop Keke from attacking him and says he has text messages from Keke apologizing for hitting him. Also in the docs, Darius claims Keke also punched and hit him during his January 22 birthday celebration in Cancun, with the alleged attack leaving bruises on his body. He also says in February of the same year, Keke attacked him again, allegedly choking and hitting him inside her home after drinking. Most recently, Darius claims Keke got mad at him in March 23 about an overflowing shower, blamed him for the problem, and called him a bitch, a punk ass, and a loser. Darius says Keke will often send him a barrage of emails after the alleged domestic violence incident, usually lashing out or apologizing. Darius and Keke are currently going through a split, and she's accused him of abuse, and he denied it, and she got a temporary restraining order against him, plus temporary sole custody of their kid. So
yeah, that's not what the video showed. It showed you was putting your hands on her.
yeah,
I don't condone domestic violence or any kind of violence, but you talking about, oh, she put her hands on you. What did you do?
yeah.
Well, I'll say this: it's never okay for anybody to put their hands on. She probably did put her hands on him, and he probably put his hands on her. But here's what this happened in 2021, 22, and you're just now filing this restraining order for fear for your safety.
It's
because
retaliation.
It's retaliation for the divorce. If you were scared for your safety, I'm wondering why you didn't do it back then.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Absolutely.
whoever put their hands on whoever, it's a little late for that.
And it sounds like that it was a very toxic relationship from, I mean, it seemed like it was a lot of drinking going on and just really like a lot of emotions happening. And honestly, they're both really young. So it just sounded like it was just a very toxic situation. And I'm not saying that Keke did it or not because it's allegedly, but if so, it's never cool for anybody to put their hands on anybody. But like Shay said in the day, Keke has proof that that he put his hands on her. So.
And it sounds like he does too. And I don't want to cut because they said there was text messages of her apologizing that she hit him. But again, I'm just more at the timing.
But them text messages can go either way. He could have deleted some.
Yeah.
That's not solid evidence. Like, we saw a video.
Yeah.
She has solid proof. And now that she's coming out with her side, here you come want to retaliate like, oh well, you did this.
Yeah, I'd like to see the whole video though. Was it the whole video?
What I saw, well, I didn't see the video, but I just saw like the clips and like the screenshots of like him like choking her and like throwing her over the couch and all type of stuff.
Because I feel the same way about videos as I do text messages, because we might not have seen the whole video. You might not have seen everything that have led up to it. Regardless, I think they should, instead of being bitter that they're divorcing or breaking up or whatever they're doing, I think they should just be glad that they're not together.
Oh, absolutely.
It sounds like it's just not a good situation.
Yes.
Not at all.
And it sounds like you said, retaliation, like he's trying to like tit for tat, like, oh, well, you got something on me, so now I'm gonna do something to you. And it's just leave it alone. And you know, I will say it seems like Kiki has been very peaceful about this. She's kind of been going on living her life. She hosted the Soul Train Awards and she's been doing her show and her podcast. So just let Kiki heal in peace. And I would even say that for him too. You know, Kiki, let him heal in peace as well too.
Like, it's okay to not be together.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not working out, and just take it as that.
Yeah.
And even after a situation ends, don't try to defame the other person because you feel like you're losing something.
Yes.
Some people just aren't meant to be together, and that's not working. So just let it be.
Let it be.
Get some help. Get some counseling.
Yes.
I just got that tattooed.
Get some help.
Let it be.
Oh. Get some help. I'll put on my body.
I was like, oh, okay.
Hey, I don't judge.
Absolutely. All right. And in our last news,
child. I knew you were gonna bring this one up.
Let's talk about Pastor TD Jakes, y'all.
And this is all allegedly.
I trust me.
Because I am not trying to get all.
I have this in my notes. This is allegedly, and this comes from sportskita.com. And this is all allegedly, y'all. This is not facts. This is not proof. This is allegedly.
These are not the opinions of the Mud Talk host.
Not opinions of the Mud Talk, host in the show. I just do my journalism and that's it. Okay. Yep. So America's most prominent pastor, TD Jakes, began trending on the internet yesterday after a TikToker made certain shocking claims regarding the Christian preacher. On December 21st, a TikTok video from user Maisha surfaced on Twitter alleging that R&B singer Cassie has supposedly handed over evidence to the FBI incriminating Diddy a month after she filed a lawsuit accusing him of heinous acts of violence during a decade-long relationship. Now, while Cassie has since settled the civil lawsuit against Bad Boy Records founder, social media user Maisha alleged that she has submitted further evidence to the FBI, including tapes of Diddy's parties and Kim Porter's burner phone. Porter, who passed away in 2018 at the age of 47, raised 4 children with Diddy. The TikToker then went on to claim that there was also an email that incriminated Diddy's close friend, Pastor TD Jakes, who officiated the burial of Kim Porter. Maisha played a clip of an unknown man alleging that Cassie had turned over tapes of Diddy's alleged depraved parties that involved multiple prominent people, including TD Jakes, who allegedly slept with multiple men at these parties. It is important to note that the wild claims are unsubstantiated allegations made on social media. However, that didn't stop people from taking to multiple social media platforms and reacting to claims, leading TD Jakes to trend on the internet yesterday.
So wasn't that also, those are allegations from TikTok, but wasn't there an actual legit lawsuit brought out by an adult who said that he was forced to perform sexual acts as a child, and the parents took a payoff? And now that he's an adult, he wanted to like go after that.
Yes.
And so that was legit, like a legit claim. Yeah.
And then there's also the claim that, at these parties, Pastor TD Jakes was described as a power bottom. And
okay, what is that? Because I was reading this. I was like, I know a lot about life, but I was like, what is a power? I know what a bottom is. I don't know what power.
Throwing it back.
Yeah, like what makes it powerful?
So
anybody know?
A power bottom is the person who's on the bottom.
You set up really straight for that, like sex ed with big T. Go.
So a power bottom is a person who does the receiving, but they are aggressive with the receiving.
So they throw it back.
So he was throwing that back?
So they throw it back, or they usually tell you the position that they prefer, or they usually tell you how they like it and all that other stuff. So that is a power bottom.
I need to visualize it.
Don't visualize it.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to feel like you said positions. I don't know how many.
Visual.
I don't know how many. Well, I guess
like they might tell you how they like it. They might, choke me.
So basically, they're not going to be submissive. They're going to explain how they prefer.
They're very direct and dominant while on the bottom.
So why was that pertinent information? Like they could have just said that he was performing sexually. We didn't need to know.
I don't know
his actual role and all.
Spark Notes version, he was throwing it back allegedly.
I mean.
That's all I'm gonna
Stop
say.
it. Okay.
Allegedly, he was throwing it back, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
that was a way to sugarcoat.
I just feel like right now I'm kind of feeling like if you were a Diddy party attender,
Get your shit in order.
Get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is kind of where I'm at because I feel like every time we meet, it's somebody else that's coming out that was
Yeah.
at these parties.
Yeah.
I feel like people need to maybe just get a lawyer in general, even if you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Just maybe be prepared because
And
it's coming
like
out.
I said, y'all, this is not true. Boy, this is allegedly. So
Allegedly.
we don't know. This is someone who, you know, we have those TikTok influencers, you know,
Yeah.
who say they have facts and evidence, but they really don't. So we don't know. But it was like the #1 trending topic
It
on
was.
Twitter
And
yesterday.
I do think it was because of the allegations from the adult saying
Yes.
that's kind of what started the trend because that made it a little more credible
Yeah.
that they filed this, that he said.
Yeah. So I just hope and pray that it's not true. But hey,
Mhm.
Pastor TD Jakes, live your life, bro. That's all I gotta say. We do not judge
We do
here
not
on Mud
judge,
Talk.
just
We
live your
love it.
life
Just live your
appropriately,
life appropriately.
consensually, and with adults.
Yes, that's all we gotta say. All right. Well, that was Big T with the tea. You know, if I got some tea, I'm gonna spill it here first on Mud Talk. So that was
I'm like hot and bothered by all of that. That was too much.
that was some piping
a
hot
lot.
tea.
Oh, you
That was
hot and bothered? That turned
Bothered,
you
not
on?
turned on. I didn't say hot and
Are
turned
you a
on.
power body?
Well, this is not that kind of show.
Yep. Yes, it's the holidays, y'all. We're not, you know.
But no, I didn't say hot and turned on. I said I'm bothered.
Bothered.
Like
Shook.
I'm shook about all of that. That is just a lot of, and I just every time this comes out, there's more. You know, there's gonna be more.
Oh,
Like, the next time we're here, there's gonna be probably more.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, they'll keep me job security because keep spilling that tea.
Hey, at the end of the day, if that's what you like, that's what you like.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
nobody else's business, but don't try to hide who you are.
exactly.
Although, as long as it's done consensually and with adults.
Yes.
That's I think that's what's getting people is that it was a lot of non-consensual. Because I think part of that too was they were describing more things that were happening with Cassie in some of these allegations as well that were coming. Like, because it sounds like there was this whole script of things.
Yeah.
More details that were coming out about what was happening at these freak offs.
Oh Lord Jesus.
So she got her settlement and still told all the business.
Allegedly.
We're
gonna keep using that word.
Yes, don't come at me.
All right. So, well, and moving on. So, with that, you know, 2023 is coming to an end. There's been a lot going on. So, not only, you know, just a lot going on in the world, but, you know, Mud Talk, we've had a big year here at Mud Talk. And so, we just kind of wanted to do a year in review, you know, just kind of talk about what were some of your favorite episodes or some of your favorite things that happened with Mud Talk, or, you know, just in general, what were some of your favorite things that happened in 2023?
Oh, you guys both just looked right at me. No, I think it's been really cool. Just as far as Mud Talk, I think the new setup's really nice.
Mhm.
So I really like that we have a new fresh setup here. I'll have to I gotta think on that one. I think we've just had a lot of really good. We've had a lot of really good guests. We've had a lot of good laughs. I was actually going through because preparing for our anniversary episode in January. I was going through and looking at I looked at Instagram, our Facebook reels, and our TikTok to see what our top 5 most viewed reels from all of those were. And I was going back and looking at those, and they were just I was cracking up the other day. There was just so much.
So many,
yeah.
Miss Shay, what were some of your favorite things?
Again, I agree. The setup, the new studio look is great.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of great guests. I feel like this season, actually, for me, has been the best. Like season 3, all the guests we've had, the new change in the studio, it just started to flow more, and it became more comfortable.
Yes.
Like, I loved every guest we've had so far this season. So.
I would say the same thing. I mean, my favorite has been a new setup and just feeling more comfortable in the studio.
Yes.
And I think probably my favorite thing is now us adding the new 4th co-host, which we're going to talk about on the anniversary show. So that's super exciting to really just add that 4th person. I would say getting Mud Talk merch.
Yeah,
that has been my favorite, and seeing everybody really rock the merch.
That's what I was gonna say. Like when I see people send us pictures, or so I get to see the merch store and people buy. And every time I get that alert that someone got our merch, and I get really, really excited. I was like, oh, somebody else got some, and then just to see it out and about. Yeah. And you know, every time I see somebody, and I always take a picture of it. And, you know, so if you got merch, send us pictures, put it in our inbox. We'll post it all over, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, it's super crazy to see people like with our merch on, like out and about, like you said, like at Kroger, like, oh my God, like that's our logo. You know what I'm saying? So
or like if I'm wearing it, people will be like, oh, you're on Mud Talk? Like, I think I've heard of that. Or we were out the other day and, you know, I was talking to somebody and they're like, oh, Mud Talk, right? So like, that's Big T, right? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, you're the white girl. That's apparently my name. I just don't have
the white girl.
I'm just the white girl. Well, and it's so funny because I'll be like out with my white friends that like are kind of like why are people calling you white girl? I'm like, it's just let it go.
Just let it go. It's our thing.
It's good. They don't know.
I've had the same situation. I was out somewhere. I'm not gonna say where, but and someone's like, "Oh, you're such and such from Mud Talking."
Mhm.
Tease my nephew, and I'm like,
well, everybody tease everybody's nephew and cousin. You know that.
That's that. Yeah. And yeah, it's crazy. Like when I'm out, people will call me Big T.
Yeah.
Like they're like, "What up, Big T?" I'm just like, "What's up?"
Yeah, yeah. Or like Miss Amy, or you know what? I will have to say, I should answer this question because I get this a lot when I'm out. Why do they call you Miss Amy? So I want to clarify this because I do get this a lot. This is not Ask the White Girl time, but I met Ty because I came to his program. Or we're allowed to say that, right? Like impact programs, you know. That's how we met. I actually started going and I actually taught some healthy relationship lessons to his impact program, and just by nature of being the teacher there, he just started. I'm Miss Amy because you're working with kids.
Yeah.
And so just whenever we were out and about without kids, he just kept calling me Miss Amy. It was just Miss Amy. So, and it's funny because I used to work at a daycare a long time ago, and it was always Miss Amy. So that's why it's just kind of how we introduced ourselves, and just when we're around kids, that's what we. Yeah,
it just stuck.
Yeah,
and honestly, it's really just like a teacher thing or educator thing or a coach thing. Like when you work with kids and you're so used to calling people like Miss Shay or Miss Amy or whatever,
or just straight up by their last name.
We don't even call them by their first name. So
your name is still Mr. T in my phone.
Yeah. So
yours is Mr. Ty in my phone too from Impact. Yeah.
Like legit last week, when I saw one of my kids, well, former kids, he's much older now, and I saw him coming out the gas station. He was like, "Mr. T, what up?" And I was just like, "Dude, like, you don't have to call me that while we're at the gas station. Like, you're 24 now. Yeah. It's okay."
My secretary is a former teenager I used to work with, and I was like, you can call me Amy. No, I can't. I was like, you can actually call me. Nope, can't. And I was like, just say Amy, just practice. And she was like, I mean, I'll say it now, but I just can't. Like, it's just weird to me.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah, it is what it is. And I will also say the other exciting thing, not even just with Mud Talk, but with Many Faces, we've added 3 new podcasts to the studio.
Yes, that's amazing.
That is super dope. So we have the Drunk Unks podcast, which actually their episode comes on again tomorrow.
Okay.
Episode 2. Make sure you tap into them here on Many Faces podcast studio. So they're going to be doing their episode 2 of the Drunk Unks podcast. So if you love sports and sports analysis and sports news and all that, if that's your jam, tap into that tomorrow.
It was good. I watched the first episode. I think I commented on it. I love football, so they were talking all things football, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was really dope. So make sure you tap into that. And then we also have the Girl Talk podcast with Unique J. So she just had her episode about bridging church and therapy and how to bridge those 2 things together. So her next episode comes out in January. And then, of course, we have the Unsatisfied podcast with Lexi, which just started on Monday, and basically just talking about her experiences. She's a business owner and she goes see other businesses and really just talking about not even just necessarily bad experiences, but how other businesses can do better as far as, customer satisfaction, customer service, and just things in general. And so really dope. And so I love the fact that this year we've added 3 new podcasts to the studio. And I told Lexi, I said that what I love the most is that the podcast studio, we have something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Whether you want to get your girl talk and get your healing on, you can do that. If you want to do your sports news and all that, Drunk Unks podcast, you got your business gems with Unsatisfied, and then you got Mud Talk, you got us, you get your entertainment
we'll just cover everything else.
We just cover everything else.
You learn important terms like we did earlier. You learn all sorts of things.
You learn. We are raw, but also educated,
but educational.
Yes, at the same time. So yeah, I love the fact that Mud Talk kind of was the flagship for that, and has kind of brought in other podcasts to the studio. So I love that. So yeah. So. All right. Well, that was our year in review, and I'm actually really, really excited to see what 2024 has in store for us. I just know that we got big shit popping and little shit stopping. That's all I know.
Right.
That was a T.I. song.
I know.
Okay.
I said, all right, T.I.
Big shit popping.
Why are you looking at me like I didn't know that?
I know because you made that face like.
I just don't. It's not my favorite T.I. song. So
it was just one of my favorite T.I. quotes. It's not my favorite song.
He does have some gems.
I think that it's Christmas. My favorite T.I. song is "You Can Have Whatever You Like."
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That is. You can have whatever you like. Yes, yes.
I just hope Santa brings me everything I like.
What is it that you want?
Yeah.
My number one thing on my list is I want a new laptop. Seeing that to replace my iPad is going to be $400.
Oh,
my processor went out, and I just paid $1,200 for this iPad. So
wow,
they don't replace that for you?
No, it's out of warranty now.
Oh,
it probably broke right after the warranty was over, didn't it?
That's what what I get for
I
letting
swear they
kids
always
use
do.
my devices.
Yeah, stop letting kids touch
Don't
shit.
do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, and that was a good segue because I got some tips for you. This is what we call tips with tea, but that wasn't one of my tips. But it's
Don't
tips
like
with tea,
kids
y'all.
play with your stuff.
Yeah, stop letting kids touch shit.
There you go. We'll add that one.
Add that to the list. But we have a segment on here called Tips with Tea, and it's been a little while since I've done this. But this time we are talking about 5 things that we are leaving in 2023. So we just did our year review about things that we love about 2023, and we're gonna talk about some shit that we just need to leave in 2023. Okay.
Yes, okay.
All right. So number 1, swoop baby hairs. Let's leave the swoop baby hairs in 2023. I should not see your swoop baby hairs coming from the top of your head down to your eyelash. It's just I don't like it. Swoop baby hairs, leave them
I
alone.
don't swoop my
And if
baby
you,
hairs.
hey, I just feel like
I fixed my hat.
She's like, hey, you're good.
Hey.
It's still 2023. It's still
It's
2023. You can keep
Yes.
it for a couple more weeks.
you got a couple
Okay.
more weeks and you good.
I got about 12 more days.
But January 1st, we are leaving swoop baby hairs in 2023. It's just why, first of all, those are called baby hairs for a reason, and you're grown as fuck. Leave them alone.
So you just want them to be sticking out?
Just leave it alone. Like, we're grown. You're not a baby. At that, it's
No,
called
like,
once you become an adult, it's called adult hairs. Leave them alone. Okay?
Okay.
And your baby hair should not be swooping down to your eyebrow.
So there's ones that you can actually attach, kind of like a toupee. Did you see that? They're baby hairs that are already swooped for you, and you can put them on, like, you know, guys
The
put toupees on.
tattoos one?
Yeah, I
They
think
have
they're
the
tattoos.
That's doing too much.
They're like, you can stick them on if you don't want to swoop them yourself.
No, we're just gonna leave them alone.
So
I
don't.
remember this one time I was leaving out the store and the girl tried to play me like I had them tattoo edges. Baby, I spent time in the mirror and drew these ones.
And these are real.
They're not the stick on kind. And also
And
don't.
they didn't come down to my eyelashes. They might have been right above my eyebrows, but
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, no.
don't do that.
So yeah, leave
all swooped baby.
all
hairs.
swoop baby
Fake,
hairs.
real.
Leave them in 2023.
Let them
Fake,
stick
real,
straight out, fly all over the place.
Yeah, leave them alone.
So we can't just swoop them just a little bit, like
Shit,
half of the.
You know what?
forehead.
No judgment. You do what you got to do. I feel like maybe just don't swoop them down so far. Maybe
Yeah, don't
just like
swoop down so far,
slide them
yeah.
over.
Yeah, just a little bit, a little dip.
What
You need a
happened to the
swoop.
days of brushing them back? Like just
That
Well, yeah,
too,
you
yeah.
brush them back. That's
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, just brush
Yeah.
them back.
now it got to be all designed and swooped and duped,
Stuck on there and
alley oop,
Swoop and dupe.
swoop and give an alley-oop.
slide and die to the side.
I love it.
Swoop, dupe, and alley oop.
This is a very nice commercial for swooped
I
baby
love
hairs.
it.
As
Yeah.
you're saying, leave them alone.
Leave them alone. All right. Number 2. You know what we're leaving in 2023? Stealing Facebook statuses and pretending they're your own. Stop
Okay.
doing that.
Like we haven't seen that viral post
Stop doing that.
15 times before we got to yours.
Stop doing that. Yeah, the Facebook statuses, and this is how I know when someone copies a Facebook status. If I know that you can't spell in real life, and then you get on Facebook and you got perfect spelling and punctuation mark, you copy that.
Right.
So stop doing that.
So you're saying like when they take somebody else's like picture or quote and then type it in themselves, word for word.
Or just the whole status. Like if,
Copy and paste it.
You don't want people
or
to share statuses?
Like no,
you
they
can share it, but don't go onto the actual post, copy it, and then you post
then
it
paste
on your
in
page
yours, yeah.
like as if it's yours.
That's called plagiarism.
It sure is, but guess what? People don't know how to spell it right, don't even know that.
Right.
So
I know.
I and I ain't gonna lie, I have a brother who does that, and I tell him all the time. I say, I know that you didn't post that or make that because you can't spell. So stop doing
That was
it.
really nice of you.
I mean, it is what it is. So, but stop doing that. So it's okay. Everybody doesn't have to be the creative viral one to be on Facebook. It's okay. It's okay to share it. But everybody doesn't need to be the philosopher on Facebook or the comedian on Facebook. Just reshare it and keep moving. We're still gonna laugh at it.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Or we're just gonna scroll past it because we've seen it 25 times.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, and you know what also pisses me off? Those people who have Twitter but also go on Facebook. Stop doing that. Like they'll take something they see on Twitter and then they'll go on Facebook and post it as a status because they know that some people just don't have Twitter. So they get away with it. Yeah, or X, whatever you want to call it, formerly known as Twitter. Stop doing that because guess what? That's also called plagiarizing.
Right.
I'm never gonna call it X. It's Twitter.
I got rid of
Twitter.
mine actually because once they switched over to X, I had to relog in and I forgot my password. So I just said I don't need it.
Yeah, I still call it Twitter. Charlotte said, yes, keep them natural. They will last longer. Talking about the baby hairs. Absolutely. All right. Number 3. You know what we're leaving in 2023? Public apologies. We are no child. Boy, that blue app was going ham yesterday, all because of a public apology. But we are not doing public apologies. We're going to leave them alone in 2020.
Did I miss something?
I'm not gonna say we not doing public apologies.
We're not going to do them on the internet.
We not doing classless public apologies,
and we're not going to do them on the internet.
I'm just confused. What happened?
Well, we're not going to put no names out there. We're not going to be specific. But there was a situation that happened yesterday. Yeah, we'll tell you later. But there's a situation that happened where the public apology on the blue app didn't go the way it was supposed to.
With like famous people?
No.
Oh, just okay. Got
Locally.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just didn't go the way that it was supposed to. But it was a relationship type situation, and I just feel like if I'm in a relationship with you and you hurt me, you played me, you embarrassed me, the only person you need to apologize to is me.
So maybe the tip needs to leave your relationship stuff private.
Yeah, but like, also public apology. Like you don't need to get on social media and tag me and apologize to me on Facebook. Like to me, that's classless.
For me, it was changing the post for a business promotion after the apology with the same comments, the same likes, just to promote your business. That was classless, and it was just so.
Hey, maybe they had people following the tea, so they were like, let me just promote my business. I don't even know what happened. I have no idea. But
and I also just feel like I'm just different. I just feel like the whole world doesn't need to know that you apologize to me. And even if you cannot get in contact with me, let me come back around and decide when I'm ready to have that conversation.
Right.
You don't need to be having people tagging me and calling me and texting me. If I blocked you for a reason. But guess what? Now you done pissed me off even more. So now I'm about to unblock you and cuss you out and then reblock you.
Right.
So we're just not going to do that. But yeah, public apologies like on the internet, we're just going to leave that in 2023. We're just not going to do that. So that was just that tip.
And also maybe just leave your relationship stuff alone.
Yes. All right.
It was a whole nother embarrassment.
That's it was.
Well, I'm excited to hear all about it later.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Tip number 4. You know what we leaving in 2023? Even though we just talked about them, but this is gonna be the last goddamn time we talk about them. We're gonna leave Blueface, Krishan, and Diddy in 2023.
Yes. Especially Blueface.
Yeah, let's leave them alone. We've done enough about them. We already know what the deal is. They're toxic. Yeah, let's just leave them.
Can we just get Nick Cannon? Can you make another baby so we can just talk about that?
Nick Cannon was kind of positive sometimes.
Yeah, just make another baby.
Except for when he's out here trying to put light skins against dark skin. And
but
women.
Yeah.
But just make another baby and the world will be right again.
Absolutely.
I promise.
Yes, just announce that.
But,
yes.
No more babies.
No more babies.
Please, no more babies.
Yeah. All right. And
save some for the rest of us.
Oh, Lord.
Babies?
Huh?
Yes.
You want some Nick Cannon, baby?
Yeah.
No, not.
All right. Nick Cannon, I got your next baby mama right here. Shay Renee, Mudrock, Toledo.
I'm not interested in being a baby mama ever again. I'm going to be a wife who having a kid or
yes.
All right, well,
a mother.
Nick Cannon, you're going to have to marry her and then you can make a baby with her.
I'm cool on that one.
Yeah. Ain't no being baby mama number 13.
I do not.
Or
have
14
time
or
management for 15, 16 kids.
Yeah,
I think that's just young boy.
I barely manage my 3.
Right.
Hey, yeah. All right. And our last tip, and this is, not so much on the comedy side, but in 2023, we are leaving alone toxic relationships and friendships.
Yeah.
One of my biggest things that I've learned in life and really just from therapy and just life in general is that no matter how much history you have with the person, if they're toxic, they have to go. I don't care if we've been together for 5 years. I don't care if we've been friends for 10 years. Once you become toxic, you absolutely have to go. Because having history doesn't mean I have to keep your toxicity in my life.
Right.
And so in 2023, we're going to leave all toxic relationships and friendships alone. And we're going to start brand new because God don't bless no mess.
Can we have one-sided friendships and relationships?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the energy that I'm on.
Yeah.
The one-sided stuff.
And actually, let's leave the word toxic in general. Like, let's leave that alone.
Yeah, I'm okay with toxic not being out there. Like,
because I hate the term when people like, let's be toxic tonight.
Let's not.
I hate that so much.
Like, that's not healthy. Oh, my ears.
And everything is
sorry.
toxic.
My ears are about to be a problem. Can we leave that in 2023?
I feel like people, misconstrue that toxic word.
Yeah. I mean, and I know people try to use it like being toxic, like, oh, let's be fun and just reckless. But that's toxic. First of all, being reckless is not fun. No. And being reckless is how you get into a lot of trouble.
And being toxic is not healthy and it's not cute and it's not anything that it's not bragging.
Yeah, it's
like
not.
And people do that. They're bragging like, oh, we're just so toxic. Ha ha ha. No.
Yeah.
That's not bragging.
Like, girl, we were so toxic last night. Like, that is not okay.
How about this? Hey, we have such a healthy relationship. We're gonna make that trend in 2024.
Yes. And we can just say, hey, we had a great time last night. We're gonna be like, you know what, Mud Talk? We was toxic last night.
No, we don't need to say that. Hey, we had a great time. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was a little wild.
A little wild. We had a wild time.
And not everybody who comes into your life are meant to be there for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Some people are only meant to be there for a season.
Absolutely.
Season, a
Find out the
chapter.
reason why they supposed to be there. Get your education from that relationship, whatever you're supposed to gain from it, and move on.
Yeah.
What's the saying? Everybody that you come across is either a lesson or a blessing.
Absolutely. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I love it. Well, that was my tips for tea, and those were the things that we are leaving in 2023.
Yeah, we
Let
are.
it be.
Let it be. Yes. All right.
What you now have on your body, not get help.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Yes, let it be. All right. Before we go to our commercial break, I want to know what's on your Christmas wish list. What's on your Christmas?
Like I said, I want a laptop. Other than that, I really I'm grateful for whatever I get. So
yeah,
I don't really have a lot on my wish list. Honestly, if somebody asked me that, to be perfectly honest, I ask for people just to give me stuff that I can give to the teenagers and families I work with.
Yeah.
Because, I do spend a lot of my own resources on that. And that just makes me so happy to be able to have the things to bless other people.
Yeah. My Christmas wish list, honestly, like I'm learning that I really love like self-care and mental health stuff. So I have an oil diffuser. So I love like oils to put in my diffuser. I love like journals. Like I'm slowly getting away from like the materialistic stuff, like the iPhone. I mean, I love that kind of stuff, but it's not on my Christmas wish list. And I feel like for my wish list, I want things that are going to help me be better, because all those other things, I can get that on my own.
I will say I did put an oil diffuser on my wish list that has a speaker, so I can play because I have an app that has like meditations, sleep stories, calming music. So I do meditations. So like on my self-care Sundays, I thought it'd be really cool to be able to oil diffuse and put the meditation through the diffuser, so I can have it all in one.
That's dope.
So that's I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but that's my probably my one thing that I put on there.
Yeah. Got anything else on your Christmas wish list?
I just like to see the kids. Like I like to see the kids get excited and get the things that they want.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about the holiday traditions and spending time with the family. And we have these traditions that we honor every year, baking cookies together. On Christmas Eve, I let them open their one gift, which they already know it's pajamas and hot cocoa and popcorn. And so we put on our pajamas, bake the cookies, and then we'll make the popcorn and hot cocoa while we watch a movie together.
Yeah, we actually do. We actually do the same thing.
Yes, and I just love those holiday traditions because as a family, it's that one time a year where we're guaranteed to be able to spend time with each other.
Yes. Usually on Christmas Eve, I lay around in my pajamas and I watch A Christmas Story for 24 hours. It comes on TBS every year, and I love it. It's like my favorite Christmas movie. I just showed it to my kids that I work with at the school, and we watched A Christmas Story. And they were so upset because we had like 15 minutes. It's like, can we stay and watch it? I was like, watch it on Hulu.
Yeah,
go on, watch it.
We watch Elf. That's it's been our tradition ever since my oldest was like 2 or 3, whenever it came out.
Yeah,
it was like the funniest movie ever. So
I love A Christmas Story. I was like, shoot your eye out. It's like
I've never seen it.
Really?
My favorite is Home Alone.
Oh yeah, Home Alone is good too.
So Home Alone is our tradition. So that's our movie that we watch. So we'll decorate the tree and then do popcorn and watch Home Alone. That's kind of like kicks off our season, and then we watch Elf on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to go ahead and pay some bills, and when we come back, Miss Amy has something special for us that she did. So this is going to be pretty interesting, and then we have a special guest.
Yes.
We do. We have a special guest. I'm super excited. So we're going to go ahead and pay some bills, and we'll be right back here on Mud Talk.
Mud Talk with Big T, Shay, and Miss Amy.
Mud Talk is the only show that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion, and keeping your ears to the streets while you grind and shine. Hosted by Big T, Shay Renee, Amy, and your boy Red. Be sure to tap into Mud Talk every single Friday, starting at 8 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. And catch us the next day, wherever you stream your podcast.
All right, what's good, y'all? We are back here on Mud Talk. We want to say thank you to everybody who taps in with Mud Talk, whether you follow us on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, or Instagram, or whether you listen to us on streaming platforms on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Sirius XM Radio. We appreciate you guys for always tapping in with Mud Talk. And we want to say thank you to everybody who watched last week's episode. We had over 400 views on our episode. That was like
pretty quick.
Crazy. Thank you, Red.
You guys are amazing.
You are truly amazing, Red.
That was your happy music.
That was our happy music.
That was your Christmas gratification.
So, but yeah, we had over 400 views on our episode from all the streaming platforms combined, from our Mud Talk page, the YouTube page, and the Many Faces podcast page. So we want to say thank you to everybody who watched last week's episode. We had a lot of hot topics.
They were good hot topics.
They were good hot
discussion
topics.
For sure.
Yes, it was some good discussion. So, but before we get into anything, we got to do what's called a cup check. So we want to see what is in our cups, and we want you to comment in the comments below and tell us what's in your cup as you're watching the show tonight. But Miss Amy, you brought us something special, right?
I did. Well, so I'm not gonna partake in what I brought you because I don't like it. So in my cup, I actually have
She don't like it, but she think we gonna like it.
You guys said you wanted to try it. I'm just trying to help you out. I have an iced coffee. Like it's an iced coffee with just a little bit of whipped cream vodka in mine. That's what I got.
Oh, okay.
It's like my Christmas drink that I have. So if you ever want to make it, just get I just took like milk and filled it here in a little like the already made coffee.
Yeah.
Like concentrate and then just like a topper of the whipped cream vodka.
That's such a white girl thing to do.
You know what? It's really good. And you know what? You would like it. It is very white girlish.
Yeah.
So what's in your cup is so we were having actually I think it started with you saying that you were really craving some eggnog with some rum.
Yeah, I was.
Which I clearly didn't read the label when I was at the store today. So I brought you eggnog with whiskey. It'll be fine. Shay Renee said she never had any eggnog, and Red said he's never tried eggnog. So
wow, Lord.
We're gonna let you guys try some eggnog. So we're gonna do this live on the show. So your cup's ready. You can grab that, Red, and then Shay, you got yours. Big T, you got yours. So this is eggnog spiked with whiskey. Please don't knock that camera over. All right.
Please don't. Thank you.
So I don't know. I don't like eggnog. I think it's gross, but hey, cheers. Cheers to your holiday eggnog. Let's see how this goes. They're taking a sip for our listeners. Oh, Shay's face says, I don't think I like this.
It's not that bad.
I think it was just we probably let the ice sit too long.
So it's a little watery.
It's a little watery. But yeah.
But it's still good though.
Really? What do you think over there, Red? Good?
Tastes like caramel.
Tastes like caramel, he says.
It tastes like Fireball with milk.
I was gonna say it tastes like it has like a Fireball taste in it.
Like that.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. It's like a Fireball taste, definitely. So
well, that's
it's Fireball's on a whiskey, is it?
It's
the cinnamon whiskey. Fireball's the cinnamon whiskey.
It's the cinnamon
but there's no Fireball in that. It's just regular whiskey.
No.
Just warm whiskey.
Yeah, it tastes like a milky Fireball.
Well, there you go. So if anybody's never had eggnog, get yourself some milky Fireball.
All right.
Well, I'm still not convinced. That was a very hesitant.
We're still deciding.
All right. Well, enjoy. I don't like it.
Know about the after effects.
I'm just gonna sit with my white girl drink.
Yeah, I'll let you know how that goes after the show.
Yeah.
My white girl drink or your eggnog?
The eggnog.
The eggnog.
Maybe try it without the water down.
Yeah, probably so.
See how that works.
All right. Well, y'all put in the comments below and let us know what's in your cup. Or if you also want to call in, Shay, what's that number?
419-827-TALK.
Yes. So 419-827-8255. Go ahead and call in and let us know what is in your cup.
And if you're not drinking right now, just let us know your favorite.
Just say you're dehydrated.
No, let us know your favorite holiday drink.
Yeah, I mean it can be water.
Yes,
it can be chocolate milk.
It can be whatever.
It can be hot cocoa. That's one of my favorites.
It can be a hydration drink.
Yes.
Whatever is in your cup is what's in your cup.
Or if your cup's empty, just say that.
I love white hot chocolate around this time.
Oh, I don't like white chocolate at all. I like dark chocolate. I like a dark chocolate, hot chocolate, or dark chocolate.
You do.
Not what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant the actual flavor of dark chocolate. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm gonna stick to my white girl drink.
All right. Well, speaking of the white girl, you have something special that you did.
I did
over our little break. And what did you do?
So I was talking about how we do a little segment called White Girl Visits. And my friend Rita and I were talking, she makes the best greens on the planet. So I said, I need to learn how to make some greens. So we're actually going to give you part 1 of that. today. And so she thought it would be a good idea for me to just go get the ingredients myself. So she sent me to her favorite grocery store that she likes to go to. I'm laughing because I said it was the wrong one last time, but I know where I was. And I've never been to a grocery store to buy green items. So you're about to see a video of my experience at the grocery store buying the items. And then when we come back from our break, you're going to get to see the rest of the story where I actually learn how to make them. So this is part 1 of White Girl Visits. And I'll tell you more about it after we watch it.
All right, let's get into it, y'all.
So White Girl's first task in order to make greens is to stop and get the ingredients. So Rita has sent me to her spot that she likes to go to get the ingredients. So I am on a mission to get collard greens, ham hocks, smoked turkey legs, and white vinegar. And I'm sure there's some other stuff that she uses, but this is where I'm at. So I'm at Seaway Marketplace in Toledo. And that is, I guess we're going to find out what it has. So wish me luck, because I have never in my life picked out a collard green from a store. Okay, so I think I found it. There was more greens here than I knew what to do with. But I think I did pretty good. We'll see. Let's go figure out how to find the other stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what a ham hock is, so I gotta figure this out. I think I just have to go by where the ham is and go from there. So that's where I'm headed. Hopefully it says ham hock. It's not like called something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So is it like ends and pieces? Is that it? Still literally have no clue. I'm also secretly hoping that the smoked turkey legs are in the same exact spot. I have absolutely no idea. This is definitely all new to me. I think I hit the jackpot, but I gotta wait because somebody's standing in front of it. Okay, so I think I'm successful. I think I got them both in the same spot. Let's see if I did okay. We got 4-pack of ham hocks and turkey drumsticks. I assume are the same thing as turkey legs. So hopefully I did good. Overall, I'd say it was a pretty successful shopping trip. I feel like I picked out some solid collard greens. They looked pretty. Way better than the ones I saw at the other store that I tried to go to. I figured out what a ham hock was. I think it's the foot. Not real sure. I don't even want to know, honestly. And it was right there with the turkey legs, so I did good. And I only had one person in the checkout line ask me if I actually knew what to do with those greens. And the answer was no, sir, I do not. But I'm about to find out. So let's go find out. Let's go make some greens. There you go. Hey, you know what? When White Girl gets set on her own, you said, let's just watch it again. So listen, I'm just going to start with this. I did learn, Rita did tell me, a ham hock is not the foot, but I thought it was because it looked like it had claws, but that was just the bone. I was so confused, but I figured it out. I did all right. I didn't even have to ask anybody.
It was just the fact that you was in the ham section and you were going to grab.
No, I wasn't going to grab it. I just didn't know what it was. So I thought it was ends and pieces. But when I say I thought I found
a lot of ham.
I was like, I don't think that's it. But listen, somebody was guarding the whole section. That's why I couldn't find it. There was an actual human. It looked like they were guarding a basketball court, standing in front of all of the smoked meats. And I was like, I'm just going to stand here because they were not letting anybody pass so I could actually read it because they had all the smoked meats in the one section. So I found it. I was proud of myself. And I knew someone was going to make a comment because I just had that feeling. And it was in the checkout line. Yeah. Well, it started with the person in front of me who was like nudging his wife and like pointing and like laughing, kind of like, what is she going to do with all that? And then the person behind me actually was the one that asked me that. And I was like, no, I don't know. I'm just here to get some stuff to learn how to make some greens. That's what I do.
So when do we?
So I don't get fined.
You feel me? So when do we see part 2?
After we get back from our break, when we do our holiday break. So we have part 2 where I actually learn how to make the greens. So we just thought it would be interesting. I will say this too. When she first said, just get a couple bunches of greens, I really just didn't feel like going downtown. So I was like, I'm just going to cut corners and I'm going to go to one of our local organic food stores that I was right by. And I walked in, I'm like, God, why are these so expensive? And they did not look like they were greens apparently. And I looked at those and I looked at what I found at Seaway and I was like,
Two totally different things.
Yeah, I mean, I did buy one bunch of the organic ones, and she actually laughed at me when I went over
Brought the
with those.
organic.
She's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna aside
Take those back.
It's fine, yeah.
Well, all right.
Regift those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need
Give
to
them
be
to somebody for
regifted.
Christmas. All right. Well, that was White Girl Visits, and we can't wait to see part 2.
Yeah, and if you want White Girl to come visit your business, or if you have something that you think I need to learn to help me understand the world better, please, let us know. That is one of our packages that we have for our sponsorship, and I love to learn new things, and I love to go to businesses and see what there is to see.
Absolutely. Even if we want to come and learn how to make greens.
I feel a little bit better about life now that I know how to make greens.
Absolutely. Did we get to taste them when you come back?
I mean, I can probably try to make some more for you.
Oh, damn. They're gone?
I mean, this was like a month ago.
Oh, well, damn.
I actually did freeze some. I mean, I could probably unfreeze them if you want to eat frozen greens out of my freezer.
Well, that's what Black folks usually do when we have leftover greens. We freeze them.
I freeze everything too. So
yeah. All right. Well, that was White Girl Visits, and we can't wait to see part 2 of how to make some greens. So, all right. Well, we do have a special guest. We have a special guest.
We
right?
do.
We do. Special guest.
Special guest. Come on over. Special guest is stuck.
Come on over.
Careful about that camera. Special guest. Watch that.
So we could not have a holiday episode. No. We got Santa.
Santa. I know him.
Black Santa, to be specific.
So we're gonna put that right in front of you, right in between your legs. There you go, Santa.
Black Santa. I'm just deep Santa.
Oh, all right.
Santa.
Ooh, damn, Santa just checked me.
Santa has no.
You're almost on his naughty list.
I see.
Yes. Is he on your naughty list?
You are.
Why? Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, we already went to court.
He missed the court date.
Yeah, I did. Got a warrant out there now.
Watch
out for my.
So,
listen, I was. You don't make fun of me. It was a brave situation that I was having.
We love that for you.
It was tough.
Yes. So Santa, we appreciate you for stopping by. How has the holiday season been for you?
It's been fun. It's been real fun.
All right, Santa.
Speaking. Want me?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it real close to your mouth.
You got that?
It's in my beard.
Yeah.
Look.
Well, you can move your beard. Here, look.
You want me to move?
No, I want you to turn.
Beards aren't supposed to move.
I'm just gonna. Oh, it's stuck in my nail. His beard just got stuck.
Okay. You ain't see me. I get styled every year by shameless plug to the Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? He gets me together every season.
That's nice. It's nicely conditioned too. It's very soft when I had to move it aside.
Yeah. So what's been going on with you this holiday season? The kids and folks been keeping you busy?
Yeah, just checking them out, making sure they're good. Every season for the most part, I stop at a lot of daycares, so I get to steal a lot of hugs. So y'all should be jealous.
Yes.
I get a lot of hugs.
Yeah.
And
I think that means we're not getting a Santa hug. Apparently.
I mean, I got some left over.
Like only for the daycare kids.
Only for the daycare kids.
Kids give the best hug.
They do.
Oh
And
my
it's genuine.
God. Yes.
And it's like it's like they just stop, and then it's like they're better than us in a lot of reasons because they analyze stuff, they check out the situation. Usually we're just like, oh, okay. Now they're like, okay, let me fact check this. What's going on? What's my name? Where I'm from? And you gotta have the facts. And it's so fun. Kids are just so innocent. I mean, I guess that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
You get so much good energy from them. So
yeah.
Do they usually know you're stopping by, or is it a surprise?
Usually it depends. Usually they'll know, they'll do like, hey, we got somebody special coming in. It's usually a surprise, and then the kids go nuts when I open the door. So it just depends on what it is. Like usually at holiday parties, for the family parties, they usually know, but at the daycares for the most part, they kind of got an idea that he might pop by, but they don't know when or where. And so but it's usually a surprise, but they usually just go crazy. And it's nuts. And it's just crazy. Like they're just happy. And it's just like, they just start hugging me right as soon as I walk in. Like where else can you get that? Like,
right. And it's real love too.
Yeah.
It's real love.
Genuine.
Yeah.
And you do all that, make all these guest appearances, and then you have a big day to prepare for.
Yeah.
You got to go back and prepare for the New Year's Eve. And
Sunday night, got to get it popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite reindeer? That's what I want to know.
The ones back at the house, you know what I'm saying? The ones not the starting lineup.
No, you like the
I like the
second
backup
team.
guys. Yeah, the second team is better because they're usually, they're like college players. Well, before these NILs or whatever they're called.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? College players used to play with heart. That's how my second string of reindeers is. The first batch, like
they're kind of cocky. Like they're like
we in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rudolph retired. He said I did my thing and You know, he's just
sitting back.
He's just sitting back
Just
chilling.
sitting back chilling.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part of Christmas?
My favorite part of Christmas is probably right before Christmas. You know, just the preparation, the excitement, people being happy. Because it's like once Christmas gets here, excitement dies down, and then they're like, okay, back into the regular flow.
Right.
I love the cold. I love snow. I like the slushy snow. I like the dry, sticky snow.
Like the ones that look like you're in a snow globe.
Yeah. It's just a little bit. Only when I can be sitting back and watching. Not when we gotta fly.
When you have to fly through it, yeah.
So
can we get some though? Like, is that something I know it's supposed to be 60.
It's supposed to be 60.
But can we like maybe overnight? Can you just pick some up from Antarctica and throw it at us or something?
Might get a little bit.
Okay.
Can't guarantee more than 2 hours, but maybe just for like 30 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all in Northwest Ohio. I mean,
Well, Northwest Ohio is starting to look more like Florida.
Yeah.
Every day.
So what does Mrs. Claus do while you're out flying all night?
Well, actually, we got a divorce.
Oh, stop.
Damn.
I was gonna say I bake the cookies.
I figured Mrs. Claus would be back there worried about you all night.
I know.
That you're flying everywhere with backup reindeer.
Well, then again, he's out all night, so she probably blowing up his phone.
Right.
You
better answer your phone.
Better answer your phone.
It's GPS.
Oh, so she knows your location.
She's probably excited for the break.
These iPhones.
Right.
Well, that's true. You know these iPhones, she can see where I'm at all the time. You know what I'm saying? That share my location as soon as you get a new one. If it ain't on within 20 minutes to turn on, somebody in trouble.
That's what caused some of that fighting, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't answer. You're busy falling down a chimney.
Well, somebody didn't turn off the fire in the fireplace and it melted, and I didn't have my backup, and I was we don't want to go into that story.
Oh, man.
I figured it was because of that. Somebody saw a mom kissing you. I thought that's why you might have gotten.
No. So look.
So whose mom are you kissing?
So look, what happens is every 300 years there's a new Santa. That wasn't me.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
So you the new.
I'm the new guy.
Okay.
Got you.
Yeah. So that wasn't me. That was the other
Or at least
guy.
that's what you told her.
I mean,
I'm just saying. It's
Why are you
fine.
doing too much?
So when you go to different neighborhoods and houses and you drop off the gifts, what's your favorite snack?
I like chocolate chip cookies,
But chewy or crunchy?
right in the middle, because you know what I'm saying. Just if you bake them close to midnight, they still gonna be soft by the time I get there. I will say, as you get older, I'm a little lactose, so put out the soy milk, you know what I'm saying, or the almond milk, whatever, just not the regular. It's just a little rough on the stomach.
How do you feel about eggnog with whiskey? Fireball milk.
Well, we can't, that's for when we get home.
Okay.
Because otherwise,
He don't want to, get a DUI.
Can you get a DUI on a sleigh for Santa?
Driving while slaying.
I mean, but
driving while slaying.
Sleigh might be through the roof, and then ain't nobody gonna get gifts, and then we got a whole nother problem.
That's true.
Yeah. See, that's definitely.
You just give it to your elf side helper. Just say, here, you would drink this eggnog.
Yeah. Because the elves only build toys; they don't build houses. So so we crash, insurance gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So what do you do in your off season?
Go to Florida with the crazy people.
Oh.
I just fit right in. That's why nobody ever, you don't see pictures of me when I'm off working, because in Florida,
you look like everybody else.
Yeah, I look like everybody else.
Yeah. And Florida is a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
Florida's their own little community.
You know what they call the United States?
What?
Florida of the world.
The Florida of the world.
Florida of the world.
Okay.
It's crazy.
It sounds about right.
It's crazy.
I always say, and no shade towards people in Florida, but they need their own little island. They be having a lot of shit going on down there.
Well, it's kind of like California. It might be in the ocean in a little while.
Yeah.
In the ocean in a little while. The reason why it's going to be 60 on Christmas is the whole reason why Florida's just going to go away at some point.
Absolutely.
Global warming.
Yes. Well, did you bring us any gift, Santa?
A mint in your pocket or something?
Oh, okay. We'll get it after the show.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
We'll valet your parking after the show.
Did you came in this plane?
Yeah.
No, okay, good.
It's floating. It's floating.
Just floating.
Yeah, it can't land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because people they'd know.
I want to ride after the show.
I'm kind of close to Detroit, so
Really?
I can just leave the sleigh in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what would you do if that happened? You got your sleigh jacked? Sleigh jacked?
Sleigh jack.
Sleigh jacked in Toledo?
You got a backup, but
You know, that's a long.
You'd have to
long,
go whole back and explain
that's
that.
a long ride back to the North Pole on the Greyhound.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna end up on the north side instead of the North Pole.
Yeah.
You don't miss Christmas.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the North is the North. It is what it is. It's tough up there too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No shade towards the people on the north
Right.
side. Oh, you said you want to ride Santa's sleigh?
Glad you said. There you go.
Wow. Well, all
That's how I
right.
got in trouble last time.
Right.
See,
You better
Shane.
apologize to Mrs. Claus
the-
right now if
the-
she's watching.
The other guy. That's how he gets.
Right.
Oh man, no side chicks for Santa.
Mm-mm.
No side pieces.
I am not a hoe.
No. Mm-mm.
She's like, I'm just working on being the main Mrs. Claus.
It's the main Mrs. Claus. That's what's up. All right. Well, Santa, we appreciate you for stopping by, man. We appreciate you, and we thank you so much for coming. And we're gonna get our gifts after the show because
I got y'all.
we appreciate
Got
that.
y'all.
Yes,
Mhm.
and
I don't want to have to write that letter like Jeremy.
I mean, somebody asked for a Bentley. It's in the parking lot.
that's for
Oh,
what?
what?
That
Who asked
was
for a
me.
Bentley?
was
Oh,
me.
that was you?
Mhm.
Okay. It didn't have a name on it, so I just was
Well, I
gonna
appreciate that. Thank
keys on the
you.
table and let y'all fight it out.
I gotta up
It
my
can be
card
a-
game.
It can be a Mud Talk Bentley.
Yeah, we could. Did you put a logo on the side?
No, but you can get a Bentley. You can't put a logo on a Bentley.
I don't know.
Just put it on the plate.
I don't even know what a Bentley is. Let's be
Oh
real.
yeah, we can get Mud Talk.
What
No
about
talk.
On the
plate?
plate. On the plate.
On the plate.
Well, okay. So
I
just
know.
put that under my tree, so it's all ready.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, thank you, Santa, for stopping by. And make sure y'all go to bed on Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
Go to bed early. Don't let them kids stay up all night TikToking and all that stuff because Santa just
Mm-mm.
will skip right over you.
Skip over.
Yeah.
Put out soy milk, chocolate chip cookies.
Soy milk and chocolate chip
Mhm.
cookies
Soy
and,
milk.
and turn off those fireplaces.
Yes, he does not want to get burned.
Yes, and he doesn't want his burner phone to get melted either.
Right.
Otherwise, Mrs. Claus gonna think he out here.
The
letting-
burner phone, is that the one for the other? The,
What if it be in the back pocket and if he fall down, into the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want Mrs. Claus thinking he messing with them ho-ho-hos. So-
Right. Absolutely.
Got to be careful.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead and pay some more bills. And when we come back, we are going to give out some shout outs. And then, we're going to do what we do. So
All right.
keep it locked right here on Mud Talk. What's good, y'all? We are back here on Mud Talk, and we want to say shout out to Village Academy for being the official sponsor of the Mud Talk podcast show. And we also want to say shout out to Black Lido for also being the official sponsor of the Mud Talk show. And if you don't know about Village Academy, well, let me tell you. So Village Academy is a technology-based childcare center. Boy, it's that eggnog.
Oh, the one sip of the fireball milk that you
I
had.
had like 6 sips.
Oh,
actually.
okay. Well, there you go.
But Village Academy is a technology-based childcare center that focuses on exposing your preschool student to technology that is a part of our everyday changing world. They also provide hands-on learning, field trips, and positive relationship building. For more information, contact them at 419-720-5355. So again, that is Village Academy. They are the official sponsor of the Mud Talk podcast show.
All right.
So yeah, thank y'all so much, Village. All right. Before we get into anything else, I want to know, what are your 2024 New Year's resolution, y'all? What's your New Year's resolution this year?
Oh, my New Year resolution would be to just make better decisions as a
Mhm.
person.
Yeah. Ms. Amy?
So last year it was like, I don't do resolutions because I never follow through. But my intention that I set for last year was to like be better at self-care. So I was really good at doing my self-care Sundays every Sunday. I gotta get back in the gym. I had some injuries that kept me out of the gym pretty much the whole year. Every time I was gonna get better, I had a sprained ankle, I had a sprained knee, I had a torn shoulder. Then I would get sick. So like I just need to just do it, get back in the gym slowly so I don't tear anything or break anything. But I think that's mine. Don't worry though. I know all the regular gym people are like, don't be one of those people that shows up. Don't worry. I'll probably work out at home a little bit first just to kind of get back into like
Yeah.
a little bit of like the working out shape and then take it easy. And then I'll end up at the gym when everybody stops going in like, end of January.
Yeah.
January.
My New Year's resolution is to do better at not just setting boundaries, but like sticking to them. So I've been doing a really good job of setting boundaries. But something that I've been noticing is like sometimes I kind of give in. And so just doing a better job of like just standing on business. Okay. As the kids like to say, standing on that business. If I say that this is my boundary, that is what it's going to be. Cause I feel like the moment that you kind of give into it, then that's when your boundary kind of just go away. You can't just say, well, this is going to be my boundary today, but then tomorrow I'm going to give in because somebody asked me to do something. So really, honestly, just being consistent with my boundaries. And then also just practicing, just more peace and honestly getting back into self-care. So something that I've noticed in 2023 is that before 2023, I would really do self-care. And that meant like journaling and like my oil diffuser and really just taking the time to meditate. But now my self-care has just been like, well, it's Sunday, I'm just going to lay around all day. And what I notice is that it don't just be laying around for an hour. It's like 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours all day.
And so you feel like that's for you, that's not self-care enough. Like you need to do,
I need to do more.
See, for me, it's been like, I need that over the weekends, but I'm with you on that. Like I need to, that's why I make sure I do the Sundays because like today I needed it. Yesterday at work was a really long, tough day for me.
Yeah.
And with my self-care, I started noticing when I am short on self-care because I was being real snappy with the people in my house. And so recognizing that more, I think is another one for me, is starting to recognize the clues for myself when I need to stop and just like take some time for myself. I was actually just telling Red that, and before we got here, that I was like kind of late. I watched 3 movies today and wrap presents. That was not my intention. My intention was to go shopping. My intention was to get, I'm glad I didn't go to the food grocery store because I was told that there was not one parking spot in the grocery store.
Yeah, I heard the lines were crazy today.
So I'm glad I didn't go, but I needed it. I just realized that I was being very angry with people in my house, and it wasn't their fault. I had, I think, a little, what do they call it? Compassion fatigue from my job. It was a rough day yesterday. So I need to recognize that more.
Yeah.
It's one thing to self-care for the body, but you also have to remember to self-care for the mind.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And that's a whole nother entity, especially given the field you both work in. Sometimes, and for me, it's just I need to learn to carve out more space for myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not just everybody around me. That's when I become snappy. Like you said.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, with like what Ty was saying, leaving those boundaries for, just being able to say, this is this is my time for myself. This is not the time for you. And that was where I was at last year. So now people in my life know that
I tend to try to cram everything in there to please everybody, but I got to get out of that mode of people pleasing.
Oh, child. That's my 2024 resolution too. And I've been doing a better job at it, especially since I've gotten back into therapy. Shout out to Cecil. We appreciate you. So doing a better job at like recognizing as a people pleaser and really honestly recognizing like I'm tired of that shit and I really just don't give a fuck anymore. And so I'm recognizing that I'm becoming more vocal and like I'm just not going to do it because I don't feel like doing it type of mode. Yeah. So like when people ask me to do something, like, well, why didn't you do it? Because I didn't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? So, or if they say like, well, can you come do this for me? No. Well, why not? Because I don't want to. Like I'm recognizing that I'm becoming more vocal. But I know in 2024, like I want to change how I'm saying no. Because right now I'm just saying as an asshole.
Right now you're just doing it. And then as you evolve and as you get better at it, you can change and craft it. So it's
because right now I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Why not? Because I ain't feel like
because that's what you need. But that's what you need right now.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And it's okay. And it's just recognizing like the tone that I'm saying it. Like when people say, well, why not? Because I ain't feel like it. Like you don't have to say it like that. You can just say, I'm not in that space to do that today. So just getting better at like just wording things. Like I'm doing good at putting action to it, but now I need to do better with the words.
And I think for me too, another thing that I was thinking about was making sure that when people do check in on me, I don't just immediately say I'm fine. Because that's what I will do because I'm a helper and my job is to help other people. So I've been spending my whole life just not letting other people like check in on me and take care of me. And so I've been trying to start being more intentional when somebody checks in on me. I'm being real and being like, no, I'm not okay today.
Yeah.
I appreciate the check-ins. And I think that putting myself in situations where I'm having people around me that are checking in and then responding is going to encourage that to continue with other people. Because I'm very bad at, like, I won't accept a lot of help from anybody, and because I'm a helper. So just letting people, like, when somebody says, and it's very uncomfortable for me to say, like, I'm not okay at all.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday that's kind of what got me thinking about it, because somebody did check in and I was like, no, I'm actually having a terrible day.
Yeah.
And that was really hard to say that, because I didn't want to. I just wanted to be like, I'm cool, and then just move on. But I wasn't cool. So I just
you and I had talked on the phone yesterday, and you were just like, I'm gonna keep it short because I'm really not in the space to talk right now. And it was literally, because normally our conversations don't be
it's
10
like
minutes.
hours.
It's like hours. But this conversation was legit like 15 minutes.
It was like, okay, here's the details. Here's what we're gonna talk about. And
are you okay? No. All right. Well, let's talk about it later. And we hung up. Yeah. So definitely get it. Well, we hope that everyone, if you have some 2024 resolutions, that you are successful.
Put them in the comments. I want to know.
Put them in the comments. Yeah, we want to know what are your resolutions that you have for 2024. And while you're doing that, it's our last show of the year, and we want to end on a positive note. Yeah. And it's Christmas. Normally we do FYFs on these Fridays, but it's Christmas, and we
can't F anything on Christmas. I don't need to be put on Santa's naughty list right now.
This is the time of year to be joyful.
Absolutely. So we want to do any shout outs. If you have shout outs, put them in the comments below. But Miss Shay, do you have any comments or any shout outs?
I do. Shout out to AJ Johnson's Dodgeball League. Games start January 11th at Boucher High School, 6 p.m. sharp. Please come out and support the kids, support the community. Shout out to all of the kids on Christmas break from college. I know the first, especially if you were a freshman, I know the first half of the year might have been a little hard on you. Keep pushing, do what you got to do to strive through it. I believe in you. We believe in you. It's nothing but greatness from here. And shout out to everybody who made it through the year.
Yes.
I know it's been tough, especially things just, recovering from COVID and all of that.
She's trying to be serious, and you're over here.
I'm sorry.
Flashing away.
Just shout out
flashing
to everybody
lights.
who
Let's
made it
clarify
through
that.
the year. And Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes.
And happy holidays.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Who's next?
I got a shout out, and I get to do this. I have to shout out my little brother Monte. This is 18th birthday today.
Oh, shout out to
I can
Monte.
shout him out because it is his birthday. He has no idea I'm going to do it, but I'm going to.
Is he watching?
I don't know. I told him he could. I'm thinking he's celebrating because it is his 18th birthday. So happy birthday, Monte. Happy 18th.
Happy birthday, Monte.
And I'm going to shout out my son too. His birthday's on the 27th. So happy birthday to my little guy. He'll be 10.
Yes. What's his name?
His name's Bryce. He's not watching.
Bryce, yeah.
We don't watch. It's not a family show.
We'll tell Bryce. We'll
tell Bryce.
We'll
we'll clip it for him. And send
yes. I'll clip Monte's too because he's probably hanging out with friends and stuff.
Happy birthday, Bryce.
Happy birthday, Bryce.
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Bryce.
I want to say shout out to all of my Rise and Shine family. They have been amazing to me since making the transition. So I talked about it on the show before, but I switched schools this year. And they have been so dope and just so supportive of the Mud Talk show. I absolutely love that they support not just what we do in school, but what we do outside of school. And so they support Mud Talk, they support anything you got going on. And so I just want to shout them out because they have been super supportive. They were super patient with my change, knowing that I was coming from one place after so many years and transitioning to another. It's not easy. And so they gave me a lot of grace this year, or that year, or whatever you want to say. And so I really, really appreciate them. And that's where we met Craig Yee.
Yes.
So
no, it was that
Lamar Yee.
Lamar Yee. You have to say it just like that.
Lamar Yee.
He said he wanted a nickname, so
I have him in my phone now as Craig Yee.
That's so funny.
I had to change it. But
so it just kind of came out naturally. The
Lamar Yee. So but yeah, shout out to Rise and Shine, and also shout out to me because I was teacher of the month this month.
Shout out to December because we can't shout you out. He wasn't even gonna let me shout him out. He just said shout out to me. It's like it's like that birthday wish that you made for yourself.
Don't nobody celebrate you, who will?
No, we celebrate you. Shout out to you because that's a big deal.
Yes,
shout out to the whole Mud Talk crew for sticking through it. Like you guys have been amazing.
Yeah,
it's been
so
fun.
yeah, the shout, yeah. So there we go.
I'm glad that was the bomb and not the cheers music or whatever that is. Oh,
and as he messed something up,
must be that eggnog.
But yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to like I said, Rise and Shine Academy. We appreciate you guys, and then also shout out to all of our viewers and listeners and people who watch the show. It's so dope to be out in public and people are like, "Oh my God, I watch Mud Talk. I love you guys. The show's amazing," and all of that stuff. So yeah, man. And shout out to Lexi.
Yeah, shout out to Lexi.
Shout Big shout out to Lexi. She's been very supportive of us over these last few years and really just giving us the goods and the bads when we need to improve on stuff. So we really appreciate her for that as well.
Absolutely.
And all her time, effort, and energy she put into everything she puts into us.
Yes, absolutely. We truly appreciate you. And then not only that, since we're talking about the time that we've been here, we have a very special episode coming up in a few weeks. It is Mud Talk's 3-year anniversary coming up. Can we get that bomb drop? Because that's special right there.
Watch that bag.
There we go. Yes, our 3-year anniversary is coming up on January 12th, 2024. 3 freaking years of Mud Talk. It's crazy, y'all. And
it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years.
It's not crazy. It's amazing.
It's amazing, but it's like it's wild.
It's wild.
It's not toxic.
Yeah, it's wild. Not toxic. It's wild. But man, like I watched some of the old shows and I just see like the growth from the first show to now. Is just amazing, and it's just I absolutely love it. So we're gonna do big things for this 3-year anniversary. I know Craig and I was talking yesterday. I think we're talking about doing like a party. Like, we gotta do like a party.
We should do a New Year's Eve party.
I got stuff to do on New
I'm
Year's
gonna be
Eve.
at an actual New Year's Eve party on New Year's Eve.
I mean, how about this? We'll get New Year's Eve hats and things, and we'll just
for the anniversary,
like an anniversary thing,
and we'll just celebrate like it's New Year's.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, 3 years of Mud Talk is coming up. There's so much that we have to discuss and talk about. So many funny clips, so many amazing guests that were on the show. Hopefully we can get some of the guests to come back on the show and just,
or at least give a shout out.
Do whatever.
Tell us what's going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have Santa come back on the anniversary.
Santa's gonna be in Florida.
Oh, Santa's gonna be in Florida. He can make a video.
That's true. Santa can make a video.
He can make a video.
Yeah.
Listen, but yeah, we're gonna be celebrating our 3-year anniversary on January the 12th. So that's gonna be a big show. So make sure y'all tap in live at 8 p.m. on January 12th. And we got some big things popping, man. So I can't believe we've been celebrating 3 years of Mud Talk.
It just really doesn't feel like that long.
It doesn't feel like 3 years.
Like it feels like just yesterday I went in and you guys were like, first I met Shay that day and you're like, I need you to meet someone and this is our idea. You said it just like that. And I was like, okay, what? And then I was like, I want to be on the show. And then it was just from there. It was cool. You guys had the idea, the concept. I was just like, I love that.
Yeah.
Because you guys were doing a lot of lives on.
We were
hanging out and
at our favorite spot.
That's your favorite spot.
Yep, at the office. Yep. Can't shout them out anymore. But we will
at the office.
At the office.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some big things coming for the anniversary show. So well, we want to say happy holidays to you guys, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever it is that you celebrate. We want to say thank you to Santa for stopping by. We truly appreciate you for coming through. And then, make sure y'all put them kids to bed early on the 24th, so Santa doesn't skip your house. Make sure you put out some snacks for him. Remember, he is lactose, so soy milk only.
And he's got a curfew for Mrs. Claus. So if you don't put your kids, you got to get your kids to bed early. You got to get back.
Yeah, he got to get in and out. So, but yeah, thank you guys for tapping into a Mud Talk Christmas. We really appreciate you. We hope that you enjoy your holidays. And we want to say thank you for tapping in to the hottest podcast that's hitting your airwaves. And you officially tuned in to the only show that brings you the latest in music, news, and fashion. And the only show that keeps your ears to the streets.
While you grind and shine.
Yes, have a happy holidays, y'all.
Happy holidays.
See y'all later.